morning, I am Prarambha Dahar. Let's begin with the main stories. Public Accounts Committee seeks action against Tourism Secretary and NSC Managing Director among others for their alleged corruption while procurement of the wide-body aircrafts. Corruption case filed against former Executive Director of Nepal Oil Corporation Gopal Khadka, charged of accumulating property worth 186 million rupees disproportionate to his income. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un arrives in China at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. Visit comes amid reports of negotiations for a second summit between Kim and US President Donald Trump. And Liverpool crash out from the third round of the FA Cup, lose 2-1 against Wolves, mark their first back-to-back losses this season. Let us now begin with the latest national political updates. The Federal Parliament's Public Accounts Committee has directed the government to take actions against Tourism Ministry Secretary and Managing Director of Nepal Airlines Corporation for their alleged involvement in one of the largest corruption incidents in the country's history. The committee has sought immediate suspension of Secretary at the Tourism Ministry Krishna Prasad Sapkota and Managing Director of Nepal Airlines Corporation Sugat Ratna Kansakar. The meeting of the Public Accounts Committee directed the government and the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) to take actions against Tourism Secretary Krishna Prasad Devkota, former Secretary Sankar Adhikari, and Nepal Airlines Corporation's Managing Director Sugat Ratna Kansakar. The committee has even termed Kansakar as the kingpin of the scandal and has recommended for his immediate suspension. Likewise, the Public Accounts Committee has also recommended Tourism Minister Ravindra Adhikari, former Minister duo Jivan Bahadur Shai and Jitendra Narayan Dev to take moral responsibility of not looking after the case properly and has directed the government to consider actions against them accordingly. The subcommittee formed to probe into the financial irregularities seen in the procurement of the two wide-body aircrafts had submitted a report to the Public Accounts Committee last week, claiming a corruption worth 4.35 billion rupees. Meanwhile, Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Ravindra Adhikari has denied corruption charges while procuring the wide-body aircrafts. Minister Adhikari has in turn alleged the Public Accounts Committee of making baseless allegations. Speaking at a press conference at the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Minister Adhikari said the decision to procure the aircrafts had moved ahead before he had assumed office.
सरकार गठन र यस मन्त्रालयमा मेरो नेतृत्व हुनुभन्दा अगाडिको उल्लेखित सम्पूर्ण विकास क्रम तथा सम्मानित सर्वोच्च अदालतको फैसलालाई नजरअन्दाज गरी कानुनी एवं वैधानिक रूपमा मैले भुक्तानी रोक्ने आदेश दिन सक्ने अवस्था कुनै प्रकारले पनि थिएन, किनकि नेपाल वायु सेवा निगमका उल्लेखित सबै प्रक्रियाको अध्ययन गरी अर्थ मन्त्रालयले सरकारी जमानतमा ऋण प्रवाह गर्ने सहमति मिति 73/5/29 मा प्रदान गरिसकेको थियो।
It was the first occasion that Minister Adhikari was officially responding to the allegations, as he said the committee did not have authentic data to support the claims.
संसदीय समितिहरूले खेल्ने भूमिकालाई म उच्च सम्मान तथा आत्मसात गर्दछु, तर यसका नाममा विकासलाई र काम गर्ने मनोबललाई नकारात्मक असर पर्ने कार्य नहोस् भन्ने म कामना पनि गर्दछु। तथ्यमा आधारित खोजमूलक अनुसन्धान कार्यबाट मात्र संसदीय समिति र संसदको विश्वसनीयता एवं गरिमा कायम हुनेछ। माथिका तथ्यहरूबाट विमान खरिद प्रक्रियामा मेरो कुनै संलग्नता नहुँदा समेत अनुमान र पूर्वाग्रहको आधारमा मेरो नाम जोड्ने प्रयास भएकोमा दुःख व्यक्त गर्दछु।
Minister Adhikari said that he only facilitated the import of the aircrafts in line with the duty of an officiating department minister, expressing confidence that the commission formed by the government to probe into the case would reveal the truth. Now, the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) has filed a case at the Special Court against former Managing Director of Nepal Oil Corporation Gopal Khadka on charges of amassing property worth 186.6 million rupees disproportionate to his income. The CIAA has also demanded a 2-year jail term for Khadka. The CIAA has stated that Khadka could not present sources for properties worth 186.6 million rupees out of a total property worth 273.1 million rupees. The authority has demanded the illegal property to be confiscated along with a fine of equivalent amount. The CIAA has also submitted cash worth 8.98 million rupees confiscated from Khadka at the special court. The authority has stated that Khatka had bought 3 houses after March 2013, submitted payments for 2 other houses, purchased 11 plots of land in Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur and Kavre with the money earned illegally. Likewise, the charge sheet against Khatka states that he has invested 116.1 million rupees in real estate, 10.6 million rupees in shares of various companies and purchased a car worth 10.17 million rupees. Khatka was only able to present sources for 86.46 million rupees. The CIAA has disclosed that Khatka had concealed properties worth 75.4 million rupees in the name of Amita Lama Sodemba of Bananilkantha. Khatka had purchased a house worth 32.5 million rupees in Hatigauda, an 8-ana piece of land worth 41.1 million rupees and purchased a car worth 8.48 million rupees in Amita's name. Likewise, Khatka had also paid 30.5 million rupees to buy a house in Amita's name. Khatka, who had retired as an engineer at the Department of Roads, was appointed as the managing director for Nepal Oil Corporation 4 years ago, while Rashtriya Prajatantra Party's Sunir Bahadur Thapa was the supply minister. Khatka had resigned from the corporation in 2017. He had been alleged of corruption during the land procurement for Nepal Oil Corporation for the construction of a storage plant as well. Moving on, Dr. Govinda Kesi has warned of staging another hunger strike after a subcommittee under the Parliamentary Education and Health Committee endorsed the draft of the National Medical Education Bill. The bill received a majority nod despite main opposition Nepali Congress lawmakers protesting against the endorsement of the bill, citing that it had breached agreements reached with Dr. Kesi. Dr. Kesi has even alleged the top-notch leaders and lawmakers at the subcommittee of the Parliamentary Education and Health Committee of conspiring to formulate provisions that favored what he termed the medical mafias against the agreement struck with him. According to Dr. Kesi, the chairman of the Parliamentary Education and Health Committee, Jaipuri Gharti, had initially pledged that the bill would embrace the sentiments of the agreements made initially. Dr. Kesi has now warned of launching a 16th round of hunger strike, claiming that the government has backed out from the agreements made with them.
र उपसमितिका सांसदहरूले चलखेल गरेर हामीसँग भएको सम्झौता अनुरूप जनतामुखी र विद्यार्थीमुखी बुँदा हटाएर चाहिँ माफियामुखी बुँदा हाल्दै विधेयक उपसमितिबाट पारित गरेकोमा हाम्रो गम्भीर ध्यानाकर्षण भएको छ.
Dr. Kesi had demanded the government to establish 1 medical college in each of the 7 provinces and for Kathmandu University to take back its decision to hike the medical education fees. Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli presented a series of data at the meeting of the House of Representatives, claiming the country's economy had been heading towards a positive direction. However, majority of the data presented by the Prime Minister has been found to be baseless. At the meeting of the House of Representatives, Premier Oli presented data on some of the key indicators of economy like revenue generated, status of trade deficit, inflation, and national pride projects. The Department of Customs has stated increase in trade deficit is far higher than 1.05% as mentioned in the data presented by the Prime Minister. According to the Customs Department, the trade deficit in the first 5 months of the ongoing fiscal year has gone up by 36.11% as opposed to that for the same period last fiscal year. Likewise, Premier Oli's claim of having increased the capital expenditure for development works by 25.33% is also nowhere near the fact. According to the Office of the Attorney General, the capital expenditure has only increased by 12.33% in comparison to last year. Premier Oli had also claimed the inflation rate had decreased by 3.7%. However, the data by World Bank states the inflation rate has increased by 4.2% in the first 4 months of the ongoing fiscal year. This has indicated that Prime Minister Oli is trying to defend the government by displaying false achievements, which is deemed against the sovereignty of the country. Meanwhile, speaking at an event held in the capital yesterday, Prime Minister Oli has defended the data presented at the Parliament on Sunday. Attending the 64th Annual Assembly of Nepal Chamber of Commerce, Premier Oli said that the data he presented were not fabricated and that people and institutions that followed traditional measures in estimating the economic indicators had made baseless remarks. Premier Oli stated that federalism was new to Nepal but urged the public not to worry about the country's economic development. Likewise, Premier Oli also welcomed any advice from the entrepreneurs attending the event that could help formulate new and timely economic laws. Prime Minister Oli has claimed that Nepal would upgrade itself as a developing nation from the current status of an underdeveloped country. In order to encourage more community school students to enroll in the Children Development Center, majority of local levels in Rupandehi have initiated provisions for lunch facilities. In this context, we had asked the community school teachers and guardians, how has the lunch provision influenced the children? Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
धेरै खुसी हुन्छन् आज नास्ता के हो भन्छन् त्यही हो अब रेगुलर स्कुल आउँछन्
बच्चाहरु एकदम खुसी छन् हात धोएर खाने बानीको विकास भएको छ अनि त्यस्तै गरेर एउटा बच्चाले खाएन भने अर्को बच्चाले पनि खुवाइदिन्छन् कि रमाई
पहिला खान्थेन अनि स्कुलमा आएपछि धेरै खाने गरे अनि फेरि मेरो बाबु चाहिँ स्कुल आउन भन्दा खुसी हुन्छ घर बस्न मन गर्दैन
पहिला अब कहिले के पठाउने हुन्थ्यो अहिले यहाँ स्कुलले दिएको थियो राम्रै छ अहिले खाजाको कुनै टेन्सन छैन
पहिला नानीलाई नास्ता हाल्दाखेरि त्यही फर्काएर लान्थे अहिले फेरि खाएर जान्छ पेटभरि खान्छ त्यही मलाई खुसी लाग्यो
बच्चाहरु जंक फुड खाँदा कति बिमारी हुने अनि फेरि अब यो हात धोएर खाने सिस्टम बसेको हैन अनि लाइनमा आफ्नो क्लासबाट लाइनमा आउने अनि त्यहाँ यसरी बसेर खाने सबै साथीहरुले अब एउटै खानेकुरा खाएको देखेर उले यो खायो भन्ने भेदभाव पनि छैन
पहिला भन्थे अब यस्तो त नास्ता भनेर दुःख लाग्थ्यो अब त्यसले भनेको बनाइदिनु पर्यो यहाँ आएपछि अब त्यस्तो भन्दैनन् घर अब यहाँ अब जस्तो दिन्छन् त्यस्तै खानुहुन्छ
बच्चाहरु दुब्ला पातला हुन्थे अलिकति हृष्टपुष्ट भएको चाहिँ हामीले पाछौं एक विद्यालयमा आउने उपस्थिति दर चाहिँ बढेको छ
समय पनि खेरा गएन हाम्रो धेरै राम्रो भएको छ अब यहाँ भएपछि बच्चाहरु पनि खुसी भएर आउँछन्
मम्मी आज नास्ता यो पाइन्छ स्कुलमा भन्छन् त्यो खानाको बेला नि बच्चा आउँदा रहेछन् के खै स्कुलमा खुसी भएर आउँछन्
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why has the Prime Minister failed to present correct data at the Parliament? Your options are A, trying to defend the government, and B, received faulty advice. The voting is on. You can type NEWS, select your option A or B, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With this, let us move on to the sports news.
Sports news.
Sankata, which has emerged second in the ongoing Martyrs Memorial A Division League, played a poor last match yesterday, going down to Armed Police Force 2-1. APF played sport to Sankata's plan of ending the season on a high, chalking out a comprehensive 2-1 win. APF took the lead in the 24th minute when Yuvraj Khadka found the net. APF doubled the lead in the second half as Rajan Gurung made perfect use of a free kick taken by Rajendra Rawal. Sankata managed to reduce the deficit only in the injury time of the second half. Sankata could not add up to their tally of 28 points, ending the A Division League in the second position. Jhapa 11 have reached the semi-finals of the Falgunananda Gold Cup, defeating Armed Police Force 3-1. In the match played in Fidim Pastar, Jhapa captain Colonel Limbu scored in the 23rd minute to give his team the lead. Manish Lama then came up with an equalizer for APF in the 32nd minute. Dylan Loktan gave Jhapa the lead again by scoring in the 38th minute to make it 2-1. Jhapa skipper Colonel Limbu scored his personal second goal of the match in the 88th minute to seal the 3-1 win over APF to book a spot in the semis. Today's match features a clash between Fidim Sporting Club and 3-1 Army Club. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.